everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to the Mercy Tiara's 27-day challenge inspirational video hub. Now today I will be doing a sketch challenge and I'll give you guys a look at the sketch in just a few moments. And if you'd like to participate in any of the challenges you see on this hub today, check out my description box because I will have information down below on how you can participate and about the prize that's involved. And also there's a triple dip option as well, so check out the description box. I'll link the group down there, and I will also go ahead and have all of the ladies participating today linked in my description box as well, so follow along and be inspired by all of the awesome creations you'll see and go ahead and participate in any or all of the challenges. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and choose my background paper, and I'm using mostly items from the Again and Again collection by Paislee. And all of the items I use today will be listed down in my description box. So for the circle element on that sketch, I decided to go with this floral pattern paper. And here I'm gonna set my circle cutter to an 8-inch circle. Now, once I have that 8-inch circle cut out, I set my cutter once again to 7.5, and I'll go in and just cut out a border from that circle. So I wanted to have a few mats behind my photo, and I really love that dark wood grain pattern paper as the outer edge. So here I'm going to remove the branding strips from all of my pattern papers and then begin working on creating my layers. Now I will go ahead eventually and gut this wood grain pattern paper. And here I'm also cutting a strip off of this specialty paper that is a vellum sheet with a pattern on there to use on my layout as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and mat this floral paper on the wood grain paper, but first I'll remove about a 1/2 inch off two sides. That gives me about a 1/4 inch all around once I place it on this wood grain paper. Now you saw there that I removed the center part of the wood grain, and I will go back in and mat it on that floral paper, and it all comes together in just a few moments. You'll see here I am placing the floral piece on the wood grain, and here I'm replacing that center part that I removed as well. And that will be my background. Next up, I am going to go ahead and add my circle element to my layout. And here I'm just adding some washi tape along all of the edges that I joined together, and that way it just reinforces it and holds it all together really well. So there I added in my circle element, and the little border that I cut out, I also added that in as well. Just offset it a tiny bit from the circle. And here I'm going to cut apart this sheet just to use some of these elements on my layout. So the photo that I'm documenting today is of my daughter, and this photo was taken on Thanksgiving Day a few years back. Now I will begin by matting this photo on one of those cards from that cut apart sheet, and you'll notice that I do leave a little bit of a border on the left side and the bottom as well, and that allows a tiny bit to the right side of the photo for adding a little bit of journaling later on. Now you will notice that that card is pretty white compared to everything else on my page and stands out a lot. And I do notice that later on in my process, and I will go ahead and change it up. Now I wanted to have my photo stand out a bit more. So here I'm using a branding strip that is the wood grain pattern. And I'm gonna go ahead and add that into the top and the bottom of my photo just to have it stand out a bit. And you'll also notice I added that vellum piece of pattern paper behind my photo to the right side, and that is part of the sketch design. There is about 2 strips going down the right side of the photo, and I do add in a second strip here, and that's just the back side of the floral paper that I used for the circle. So you can see here the sketch that I'm using once again, and you'll notice that I am following the design really closely. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in some of that pattern paper as well as the vellum paper to the top left corner to create my cluster. And you'll notice that I do go in and fussy cut all of those arrows out instead of just placing it on that pattern paper there. Next up, I'm gonna begin working on my title. So you'll see here my journaling spot is white based, and I wanted to tone that down a tiny bit because it was just standing out way too much. So I decided to pull in this journaling card instead and cover up that white base card because it was just too much trouble to go ahead and remove that card. So I just went in and just covered it up. And just to fill in the little space there where you can still see some of the white peeking through, I am adding some of this pink pattern paper. And you do see that the corners don't look really nice right now, but I will cover those up using embellishments later on, so you really don't notice that at all. So now for my title, it will read Beautiful Girl, and this foam thickers sticker sheet had the word beautiful but did not have the word girl. So I decided to go ahead and remove the letters R and I from the word friend, and from the word grateful I removed the letters G and L and spelled out the word girl. So now I'm gonna go ahead and begin embellishing my layout, and I'm using a lot of stickers from the Again and Again cardstock sticker sheet. And once again, I will have all of these items listed down in my description box. Now you'll notice that my card is sticking out on my photo quite a bit, and I felt like it covered up my photo way too much once I'm done adding everything in. So I do go in later on and remove part of that card, but for now I am adding in some embellishments, including those floral pieces. And you'll notice that I do add some foam adhesive behind some of those pieces just to lift it off the page and add a bit of dimension to my layout. So next up, you'll see me use my ruler and X-Acto knife to remove part of that journaling card, and I also added in a piece of pattern paper, pink pattern paper, just to border the edge where I removed that part of the card. And you'll notice also I added in some sequins and some wood veneer pieces to my layout as well, and both of those are from the Again and Again collection. And here I'm just using some liquid adhesive with my Finetip bottle to go ahead and adhere all of those pieces to the background. Now I am going to add in some gold splatters using the Liquitex acrylic ink in the color iridescent gold. And I added in a tiny bit of journaling as well. I do need to go back and add the year that this photo was taken. And I really love how this turned out. So if you guys enjoyed the process today, be sure to give me a thumbs up before you leave. If you are new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing today as well. And don't forget, check out my description box so you can go over and check out all of the other ladies participating in this hop today, and be sure to participate in one or more of these challenges. So I want to thank you all for watching, and until my next video, bye.